Okay, we are recording. So, fifth graders, I'm going to introduce you to my friend, Mr. Burleson. And these are our fifth graders. This is one class of our fifth graders. And they're having lunch, just like you guys are, in their classroom. And then the rest of the day today, there'll be two other classes that will be watching this video. And so I'm just going to let you guys take it from here. I'm going to set you right up here in the front of the room, and you guys are the experts. I'm going to let you take over.
Okay. Violet, you want to start?
Yeah. Hello, I'm Violet. And today I will be talking to you about the theme and like the books about the theme that we had to read about. So our theme was kindness and friendship, but your theme can be anything. And then we had to read books about the different themes. And the books, once you got a lot of information, you could start creating your characters once you had the whole plan. And also, stop motion is basically like a movie. Well, it is like the Lego movie. That is stop motion. They make tiny moves ever so slightly every frame, and that gets you your film. So now I'm going to hand you over to Nora, who will be talking about the characters.
Hi, I'm Nora. In art class, we made our characters for our film so that we could make the frames with the characters. We basically, the first and second graders made the characters out of paper, and the third and fourth graders made their characters out of wire and clay. The wire was supposed but that did not really work. When we tried to move the joints, they broke. So if you're going to make your characters out of wire and clay, you should probably not use the method we use. We also made the scenery out of paper and put it on a black background. So now I will hand it over to Ben.
Hi, I'm Ben. I'm going to tell you about storyboard and the rough draft. I'm going to start with the storyboard. The storyboard is where it's literally the story that you draw out into 3 parts, beginning, middle, and end. And what we used was a paper with 9 frames. But you guys could do something different. I think that the 3 parts worked really well because because most stories have a beginning, middle, and end. And now I'm going to tell you about the rough draft. The rough draft is almost like the real deal, except for the rough draft is before you do the real deal. So you don't really have to care as much, but it's how you kind of learn how to use the app. Now I'm going to hand you over to Charlie.
Making the real films is a little more pressure than like the sloppy copy rough draft because like it's gonna be seen by the whole school, not just like you and your partner. So you like put more effort and time into it. I like the film festival and I thought that it was a really good idea, but we did it where we would have the second graders in one show, the first graders in one show, the fourth graders in one show, and the third graders in one show. I would have liked it if like we spread out and like each show had like maybe like one class from each grade in it. But besides that, I thought it was a really good experience. Do you guys have any questions for us?
So I have some questions. Just as we're like talking about this. So you use the stop motion app. Now, did you use any like green screen or anything, or just backgrounds and other like characters that you made?
We used a construction paper
Background, and then we made scenery and art
Out of paper.
out of paper, but yeah.
Our characters were the only things that were made out of clay.
So did you guys you made your characters, all of you, out of clay?
Yeah.
first and
except-
second made paper and some
Brads.
brads to move, but we used clay and wire. But the clay was movable clay, and the wire was supposed to keep it from bending back, except for instead of when it bends back, it doesn't break, but when it stays that way, it kind of starts to crumble.
Oh yeah. How long were your films?
Our films.
Film for each of them.
A minute long.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys want to share how many frames of animation that was, though?
Oh yeah, that
If
was
you do-
300 frames.
If you do 6 frames,
That's awesome. And you used the stop motion app, correct?
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. Have that on our iPads. Ready to go. What questions do all of you have? Ms. Algreen, do you have any questions? No, we're just learning with you, and we'll show them also like some of your videos. I think that will be the great thing is to see some of your films as well. Any other tips that you have to share with your kids and their
I don't think they could hear that question, Shannon.
Do you have any other tips that are like must-know tips?
Oh yeah, I have one. So when you're taking the pictures from the app, your fingers, you want to make sure that those aren't in there, because it's really, really difficult to cut it and have it placed there again in the way you want it to be. So in the beginning, I would try not to get your fingers inside of your pictures and your frames.
This worked for my group, but it didn't really work for some of the other groups. We set a 5-second timer, and we had to move it before the 5 seconds, and then it automatically took a picture. You guys could try that. It didn't work for all the groups, but it might work for some of yours.
And that's built right into the app.
Yeah.
So you don't have to go right in the app. You can set the timer like Ben was saying. You can set it for 5 seconds, 2 seconds, 30 seconds if you wanted, and then it just keeps taking pictures. Some, like Ben's group did that, and then if they got their fingers in it, they just deleted that photo. So it worked well for them, but some of the groups didn't like that.
Yeah, kind of trial and error, huh? I had a question, but I forgot it. Oh, I know. Tell us how you worked with the music. How did you Did you guys, I know that you created maybe some of the sounds that you used and things like that.
Oh, the sound effects and that sort of thing.
We did ours in music.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
But they kind of went badly for my class.
Yeah, but some of the kids in our class are goofing off and we didn't finish ours.
But we did have great music to go with it.
Yeah, so our class got to make a song that went at the start of the show or the end,
Mm-hmm.
and it played during the show too.
Was that your class that did that?
Yeah.
So their class, instead of creating individual pieces of music, they did, but they had some behavioral issues and they didn't get to finish. So instead, their class actually had written a whole song around the theme of kindness, and that was part of our title music at the beginning.
Oh, very cool. That's a good idea. We would absolutely love to do that too. It would be fun. Well, I think what we'll do next is I'm going to show them some of your projects before we go. And can we count on you guys to be our assistants if we need you?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Maybe we can set up a flip grid and kids can ask questions if they have a question, and then our kids could respond to them.
That's a great idea. Let's do that. We're going to be working on our packets this week. So I'll do that. We'll do that. One of us will do that today and share it with you.
Okay, great.
Well, what do we say, guys? Thank you. You guys go eat, and I'm going to share some of your films.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you
so much.
guys.
Thank you so much for letting us be a part of this. We really appreciate it.
Yes, we appreciate you too. So thank you so much. Bye.